What's up, my angling friends? It's your favourite fishing buddy here, ready to dive deep into the waters of Ireland for our highly anticipated fishing forecast on January 24th, 2026. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. January? In Ireland? That sounds chilly. And you'd be right, it's definitely winter. But let me tell you, this day could hold some incredible surprises. We're going to break down exactly what the conditions will be like, what fish are biting, and how you can maximize your chances of a trophy catch. Get ready, because even in the heart of winter, Ireland's waters can deliver. All right, friends, let's talk about our prime targets for this chilly January day. Based on typical winter activity in Ireland, we're going to focus on three hardy species that aren't afraid of a bit of cold: the mighty pike, the resilient cod, and the ever-present roach.
First up, the mighty pike, our freshwater behemoth. These predators remain active even when the water cools down, but their metabolism slows, meaning they're less likely to chase. So, where to look? Forget the shallow margins for now. Pike will be shaled up in the deeper, slower sections of rivers, canals, and loughs, conserving energy. The key is to find those stable, slightly warmer pockets on what to catch them. Think big, soft plastic lures around 6 to 8 inches, retrieved incredibly slowly along the bottom, almost dragging them. Dead baits like sardines or mackerel, fished on a ledger rig in deeper spots, can also be incredibly effective. Remember, let the bait do the work because they're conserving energy, so a tantalizingly slow presentation is absolutely key here. Patience, my friends, slow and steady wins the race with winter pike. Next, for my sea angling companions, the resilient cod are a fantastic target along the stunning Irish coast. With sea temperatures hovering around 8 to 10 degrees Celsius, these coastal opportunities are always there, even in the depths of winter. Where to look? Cod will be seeking out their usual winter haunts. From a boat, focus particularly on rough ground, reefs, and even wrecks. From the shore, sandy beaches that feature deeper gullies or rocky outcrops are ideal ambush points. They'll be searching for easy meals in the stirred-up water. What to use? A sturdy surf rod with a fixed pattern or running ledger rig is your best friend. Forget the flashy lures for now. In winter, natural baits like fresh peeler crabs or large lugworms are far more effective. Strips of mackerel or herring can also work wonders. Cast your bait into those calmer pockets behind sandbanks and let the scent do the work. Finally, for our coarse fishing friends, the humble but reliable roach are still very much on the cards. Where to look? Roach are active in winter, and like many coarse fish, will be found in rivers, lakes, and canals. On a cold January day, they'll typically be deeper, often congregating in slower-moving sections of rivers, deep holes in canals, or along drop-offs in lakes. On what to catch them? A light feeder or waggler rig with small hooks is perfect. For bait, use natural offerings like maggots, casters, or a small piece of worm. Ground baiting sparingly with a dark, finely sieved mix can help attract them without overfeeding. Remember, small baits and delicate presentations are key for winter roach. Now, let's break down the conditions for January 24th. Weather. The air temperature will be cool, around 9 degrees Celsius in the morning and noon, dropping to 6 degrees Celsius in the evening and night. We're looking at mostly dry conditions during the day, with only a slight chance of light rain, around 0.9 millimeters, rolling in late at night. Wind-wise, expect a breezy day with moderate to fresh easterly winds. How does this impact the fishing? The cooler temperatures mean fish will be less active, seeking comfort and conserving energy. The easterly wind can sometimes put fish off, especially in exposed areas, so look for sheltered spots. Water temperature. Coastal sea temperatures around Ireland will be in the range of 7 to 10 degrees Celsius, with areas like Dublin averaging around 9.5 degrees Celsius. Inland freshwater bodies, however, will be significantly colder, likely between 4 and 6 degrees Celsius. This cold water is the biggest factor, my friends. It drastically slows down fish metabolism, meaning they're not going to be moving much or chasing anything quickly. They'll be conserving energy and huddling in the warmest, most comfortable spots they can find. Moon phase. And here's an interesting one for January 24th. We're in a waxing crescent phase with the moon approximately 30% illuminated. While some anglers swear by moon phases with a waxing crescent often considered fair, the scientific consensus is mixed. Popular fishing lore often suggests that fishing can be good during this phase as the moon starts to gain light after the new moon, potentially increasing feeding activity towards the first quarter. However, with the overall cold conditions, its impact might be secondary to the weather and water temperature. Overall fish activity, considering all these factors, the cold air and water temperatures, the breezy conditions, and the early waxing crescent moon, my overall assessment for January 24th, 2026, in Ireland, is a capricious to moderate bite. The cold will generally slow things down and fish will be in their winter holding patterns, feeding, but not voraciously. Success will heavily depend on your patience, your ability to locate deeper, more stable environments where fish congregate, and your choice of natural, slower presented baits. It's a day for the patient and strategic angler. So my friends, brave the chill, embrace the challenge, and may your lines be tight. Knee-thyle, knee-scales, as we say in Ireland. No tail, no scales. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this forecast helpful, subscribe to the channel for more angling wisdom, and let me know in the comments below. What are your go-to winter tactics in Ireland? What's your biggest winter catch story? Share your observations.